1970s were a game-changer for cars, with big innovations and designs that still turn heads today. From Ferrari's bold move to mid-engine cars to BMW's first turbocharged beauty, these 10 stunning cars from the era are legends that continue to capture attention on the road. Detomaso Pantera, 1971. The Detomaso Pantera 1971 is one of the most exciting sports cars ever made. With a unique combination of European design and American power, it became an instant classic. The stylish wedge-shaped body was designed by Tom Cuda and built by Ghia. This stylish car grabbed attention right away, showing off its modern and sharp design. The powerful 5.8-liter V8 engine from Ford gave the Pantera incredible speed and sound. It could reach top speeds of 160 miles per hour, which was impressive for its time. Let's talk about comfort. The Pantera's design was not only beautiful, but practical as well. It had luggage space in both the front and rear. Inside, the car featured a tan leather interior that matched its golden exterior. The interior was carefully restored by Sid Chavers, making sure it was as close to perfect as possible. Each detail of the car was carefully checked and restored to its original beauty. This careful attention to detail made the Pantera stand out from other cars. In addition to its great looks, the car was built to last. The V8 engine was designed to be strong and reliable, so it could handle tough driving. In fact, the car was known for being durable, something that was proven when Elvis Presley had trouble with his Pantera and shot the steering wheel. The 1971 Pantera was known for its raw power and incredible handling on the road. Beyond this, the car was also special because of the strong partnership between Detomaso and Ford. This relationship helped to create a car that was fast, beautiful, and tough. Ford even took a stake in the Pantera and sold it through its Lincoln Mercury dealerships. The Pantera quickly became popular in the U.S., with over 6,000 units sold at around $9,000 each. However, by 1973, new rules made it harder to import the Pantera into the U.S. The power of the engine was reduced, and new bumpers were added to meet safety regulations. Despite these changes, the Pantera remained a symbol of style and speed. After years of production, the car was briefly reintroduced in 1981 before being discontinued. Second, BMW 2002 Turbo, 1974. The BMW 2002 Turbo, 1974, is a car that stands out for its speed and style. Back in the 1970s, it was the first turbocharged production car in Europe, making it very special. The car has a unique look, with its wide arches and turbo stickers. The design of the car still feels modern today, especially with its shark nose grille and round headlights. Compared to today's BMWs, it has a much simpler yet striking appearance. Under the hood, the 2002 Turbo packs a punch. It has a 170 bhp engine, which made it faster than many other cars of its time. The turbocharger gave it a huge boost in power, allowing the car to reach speeds of up to 132 miles per hour. The car could go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 7 seconds, which was impressive back then. The performance of this car was on par with the Porsche 911, which was a huge achievement for a car of its size and type. This BMW was made for a short time, with only 1,672 units produced. It became a symbol of fast cars and great engineering. The 2002 Turbo was developed after BMW's success in racing. The car's performance was inspired by the 1969 European Touring Car Championship, where a turbocharged 2002 won the race. Because of this, the road version came with features like a deep front air dam and a boot-mounted spoiler, giving it a sporty and aggressive look. The 2002 Turbo was delivered new to South Africa and later imported to France. It was well taken care of and was restored about 10 years ago to its original condition. The car is finished in Chamonix white, a color closely linked with this model. The interior of the car is original and in great shape, showing how well the car has been maintained. It still runs and drives smoothly, offering a fun and fast experience on the road. 3. 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda. The 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda is one of the most powerful muscle cars ever built. In 1970, Plymouth introduced the Hemi engine to their Barracuda model. This was a big change, as the Hemi engine had never been used in this type of car before. The engine, which was known as the Elephant, was huge and could produce 425 horsepower at 5,000 RPM. It was also capable of making 490 pound-feet of torque at 4,000 revolutions per minute. The result was a car that could reach incredible speeds and dominate on the road. In terms of design, the 1970 Cuda had a sleek and simple look compared to its competitors. While Dodge's Challenger went for a bigger, more aggressive look, the Barracuda was designed with clean lines and a more compact style. The Hemi engine made this car stand out, though, and gave it the muscle to back up its looks. Let's focus on performance. Plymouth added special features like a suspension system that was made for heavy acceleration. The car didn't have a stabilizer bar, but its rear leaf springs were set up to reduce wheel hop. This made sure the car could take off smoothly without wasting any power. However, starting the car too quickly would send the tires spinning, as it had so much power. Inside the Cuda, the sporty design continued with full gauges and a Hurst pistol grip shifter in models with a 4-speed manual transmission. The Hemi version had a functional shaker scoop on the hood, which was both practical and cool-looking. It helped the engine get more air, which was important for performance. The Hemi version also came with a heavy-duty Dana axle and optional 11.3-inch front disc brakes to make sure it could handle its power safely. Moving on to performance, this Cuda was a car built for racing, with its powerful engine and lightweight frame. It could run a 13.8-second quarter mile at 103 miles per hour, making it one of the fastest cars of its time. Today, the 1970 Plymouth Hemi Cuda is one of the most sought-after muscle cars, especially the rare convertibles. 4. 1973 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am SD455. The 1973 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am SD455 is one of the most powerful muscle cars ever created. Even with tough times in the car industry, Pontiac made a bold move by offering the SD455 engine. This engine was a special high-performance version of the 455 engine designed to give the car incredible power. With 310 horsepower, it was the most powerful engine in America at the time, and it could reach a top speed of 103 miles per hour. Onto the engine, the SD455 engine was not just about raw power. It was built with special parts. The engine had a reinforced block, forged pistons, better cylinder heads, and a new intake and exhaust system. These upgrades allowed the car to perform like no other. When tested, the SD455 could run the quarter mile in just 13.75 seconds. This was amazing for a street car in 1973, showing that Pontiac was still capable of creating fast and powerful cars. Now, let's explore customization. It featured a unique suspension system which helped the car stay stable during high-speed driving. The car's rear springs were specially designed to balance the weight of the engine and reduce wheel hop, making for a smoother ride. This made the car easier to control, especially during quick starts. Turning to driver comfort. Inside, the 1973 Firebird had a sporty, driver-focused design. It came with full gauges and a 4-speed manual transmission, giving drivers complete control over the car's power. The SD455 also had a Hurst pistol grip shifter, making it feel even more like a race car. The car's appearance was aggressive but stylish, with a hood scoop that showed off the power of the engine underneath. Despite being introduced during a time when gas prices were high and the muscle car era was ending, the 1973 Firebird Trans Am SD455 was a bold statement. It showed that Pontiac could still deliver incredible performance and style when it mattered most. Today, it remains one of the most iconic muscle cars of its time. Ferrari 365 GT4 BB, 1971. The Ferrari 365 GT4 BB, 1971, marked a major shift for Ferrari. In the 1970s, Ferrari began moving away from the front-engine designs it was famous for. This car was one of the first mid-engine Ferraris, setting the stage for the supercars we know today. It featured a 4.4-liter V12 engine, a configuration Ferrari called the Boxer because it had a 180-degree layout sharing a single crankshaft. The engine was powerful, and while Ferrari claimed the car could reach over 180 miles per hour, some of these claims are a bit exaggerated. What made the 365 GT4 BB special was its combination of speed and handling. The car had a mid-engine layout which made it more balanced and easier to handle at high speeds. This was a big change for Ferrari, as most of their cars before this were front-engine. The 365 GT4 BB's design set the direction for future Ferraris, showing that mid-engines could work for street cars as well as race cars. Now, focusing on durability, the car had a tubular steel chassis, which is the backbone of its structure. The chassis had cross-bracing and substructures to support the engine and suspension. The cockpit section of the car was also built into the structure, which made it stiffer and more rigid. This design made the car more solid and allowed it to perform better on the road. Next, consider the suspension. The Ferrari 365 GT4 BB also featured a unique suspension system. It had four-wheel independent suspension with wishbones, coil springs, and hydraulic shock absorbers. The car's brakes were large, ventilated disc brakes, providing excellent stopping power. It had silver-finished 5-spoke alloy wheels with a knockoff spinner, adding to its high-performance look. Inside the car, drivers could feel the difference in handling, with a rear anti-roll bar helping maintain stability. This car was available in both left and right-hand drive, making it more accessible to people in different countries. With all of these features combined, the 365 GT4 BB was one of Ferrari's most important models, shaping the future of their supercars. 6th, Mercedes S-Class, 1972. The 1972 Mercedes S-Class is a car that changed the way people think about luxury and safety in vehicles. It was the first car to officially be called an S-Class, setting the standard for all future luxury cars. Mercedes worked on the car's design starting in 1966, with a big focus on safety, making it the safest car on the road at the time. One of the most important features of the S-Class was its new design. It had rounded edges to reduce the risk of injury to pedestrians in case of an accident. Inside the car, there were several safety features like a padded dashboard and steering wheel, which helped protect passengers in case of a crash. The car even came with a first aid kit as standard. Focusing on safety, the S-Class was also one of the first cars to include airbags and anti-lock braking, both of which helped make driving safer. These features were ahead of their time and made the S-Class stand out from other cars in terms of technology. The car also had special rain gutters that improved visibility during rainy weather. In the engine bay, the S-Class offered powerful engines. There were inline-6 and V8 engine options, including the M100 V8, which was the largest engine in any post-war Mercedes. This engine helped create the 450 SEL 6.9, which became the fastest European saloon car for several years. With its combination of luxury, safety, and power, the 1972 S-Class set a new standard for cars around the world, making it one of the most impressive vehicles of its time. 7. 1974 Lamborghini Countach LP400. The 1974 Lamborghini Countach LP400 is a true icon in the world of sports cars. This car was designed by Marcello Gandini at Bertone, and its looks were so different from anything else on the market that it shocked people when it was first revealed. The Countach was built to be fast, stylish, and unique. One of its most famous features is the scissor doors, which opened upward, a design that has been copied by many other supercars since. What made the Countach so special was its performance and design. It had a 4.0-liter V12 engine that produced 370 horsepower. This powerful engine, combined with the car's lightweight body, allowed it to reach speeds of over 180 miles per hour. Despite its small size, only 163 inches long, the Countach was packed with power. Its mid-engine design made the car well-balanced, and its 5-speed gearbox gave drivers full control. Switching gears to design. The design of the Countach was groundbreaking. It featured sharp angles and flat panels that set it apart from other cars. The rear wheels had a unique angled cut, making the Countach look even more futuristic. Lamborghini also used large air scoops and vents to cool the engine, making sure it didn't overheat during high-speed runs. The design was so revolutionary that it changed the way sports cars were built from then on. Inside, the Countach was a tight fit. There were 2 sport bucket seats, and while the cabin was small, it was built with a focus on performance. The dashboard had 8 gauges, and there were 2 more on the center stack to keep the driver informed. Even though the car was a performance vehicle, Lamborghini made sure it had some luxury features, like leather seats and air conditioning. Another key feature of the Countach was its engine placement. Unlike its predecessor, the Miura, which had a transverse-mounted V12 engine, the Countach had a longitudinally mounted V12. This made it even more powerful and improved the car's handling. In total, only 151 LP400s were built between 1974 and 1978, making it a rare and highly sought-after vehicle today. The 1974 Lamborghini Countach LP400 was a car that changed the world of sports cars forever. Its incredible design, powerful engine, and unique features made it one of the most stunning cars ever created. 8. 1978 Porsche 911 Turbo. The 1978 Porsche 911 Turbo, also known as the 930, is a true classic. This car took performance to new levels with its turbocharged flat-six engine, which grew from 3.0 liters to 3.3 liters, producing 261 horsepower. This made the 911 Turbo one of the fastest cars of its time, reaching a top speed of 165 miles per hour. Despite its power, the 930 was not just about speed. It also introduced new technology that made it stand out from other cars. One of the key features of the 1978 911 Turbo was its turbocharging system. This was the first production car to feature a wastegate that controlled the turbo's boost. The result was more power and better performance. Porsche used the same turbocharging technology that had helped their race cars dominate in the 1970s, including an air-to-air intercooler and larger cross-drilled brake rotors. These upgrades made the 930 much faster and more capable on both the road and the racetrack. Next, let's explore car's appearance. The car's design was also special. It had flared fenders and a front spoiler, giving it a more aggressive look. The rear spoiler, known as the T-tray, was added to improve aerodynamics. It became one of the signature features of the 930 and is still remembered as one of Porsche's most iconic designs. The car's new suspension and upgraded brakes helped it handle the increased power, making it a true performance machine. Inside, the 930 had a simple yet functional design. The dashboard was fitted with all the necessary gauges, and the seats were designed to keep the driver and passenger in place during high-speed driving. Despite its performance-focused design, the 911 Turbo was still comfortable for long drives. Driving the 1978 911 Turbo was an experience. The turbo lag was noticeable, meaning that the car wouldn't reach its full power until the engine revved past 4,000 RPM. But once the turbo kicked in, the car surged forward with incredible force. Handling was also a key feature, but it took skill to manage the car's tendency to oversteer when lifting off the gas in the middle of a turn. In summary, the 1978 Porsche 911 Turbo was a car ahead of its time. It combined power, design, and advanced technology, making it a stunning car that is still remembered as a milestone in Porsche's history. 9. Jaguar XJS, 1975. The 1975 Jaguar XJS was a bold new step for the brand, replacing the famous E-Type. It was Jaguar's first real attempt at a high-performance Grand Tourer, and it became one of their most famous cars. The XJS was built with a mix of elegance, performance, and practicality that many other cars couldn't match. One of the most notable features was its body design, which was a little longer and wider than its predecessor, the XJ Saloon. It used a 5.3-liter V12 engine that gave the car plenty of power. This engine was rare at the time, as only a few manufacturers, like Ferrari and Lamborghini, offered such powerful engines in production cars. Talking about exterior design, the XJS's body was all steel and monocoque, which meant it was strong and stable, making it great for long drives. The body design also had aerodynamic features, like a special spoiler and an undershield that helped with road stability and reduced drag. These features were a result of Jaguar's team using wind tunnel tests to improve the car's performance. The XJS's design also made sure it was safe, meeting all the safety regulations for North America and Europe. The wraparound bumpers, designed to handle low-speed impacts, were one of the key safety features. Turning to interior features, the Jaguar XJS was a place of comfort and luxury. The seats were designed to be comfortable for long drives, and the interior was finished with high-quality materials. The dashboard had many instruments and features that made it easy to drive, such as a tachometer and a speedometer, along with indicators for water temperature, oil pressure, and fuel. The leather seats and thick carpeting gave the car an upscale feel. The car also had electric windows and a heated rear screen for comfort on colder days. Under the cover, the V12 engine offered an impressive 285 horsepower. This engine was paired with a fuel injection system that improved the car's drivability and fuel efficiency compared to earlier models. With this setup, the car could accelerate smoothly and had enough power to reach high speeds. The engine's design also helped reduce fuel consumption, which was a big deal during the 1970s oil crisis. The XJS combined speed and luxury, making it a stunning choice for anyone looking for a high-performance car. Ultimately, the 1975 Jaguar XJS is a car that blends elegance, power, and advanced features, making it one of the most remarkable Grand Tourers of its time. Lotus Aspri, 1976. The 1976 Lotus Aspri is a stunning car that quickly became a symbol of performance and design. The car was born from the mind of Lotus engineer Tony Rudd, who wanted to create a new, exciting model to follow the Europa. It took a while for the Aspri to develop, but in 1975, the first model was revealed to the public. Its fiberglass body over a steel backbone chassis made it lightweight, and it was powered by a 1973 cubic centimeter four-cylinder engine. Despite being underpowered at first, the car's design and handling made it a true standout. One of the most interesting features of the Aspri was its low weight of just 990 kilograms, which made it feel quick on the road. The engine was mid-mounted, helping balance the car and improve its performance. With 119 kilowatts at 6,200 revolutions per minute, it could go from 0 to 100 kilometers per hour in just 6.8 seconds. The car also featured a Citroën-sourced 5-speed transaxle, which helped with its handling and driving experience. This made the Aspri fun to drive on both roads and racetracks. Now, let's explore customization. The interior of the Aspri was just as unique as its exterior. The S1 model featured a signature green and red tartan pattern, which became famous thanks to James Bond's car in the movie The Spy Who Loved Me. The seats were one-piece, laid back, and placed against the rear bulkhead, giving the car a very different feel from other sports cars. The dashboard had an angular design, and there was a curved 3-panel binnacle for the car's instruments and controls. The storage space inside was small, with only a tiny glove box and a small boot space of 198 liters. But that's not all. The Aspri was built to be aerodynamic and fast. Its fiberglass monocoque body was just 1,090 millimeters high, giving it a very low and sporty profile. The suspension was advanced for its time, with double wishbones and coils in the front and trailing arms in the rear. The steering was unassisted, making it feel more connected to the road. The braking system included front and rear discs, ensuring the car could stop quickly when needed. Well, the Lotus Aspri was a car that impressed me not only with its design, but also with its performance. It was a true driver's car that brought together advanced technology and stunning looks. That's all for today. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to give a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.